Back again for another video. On today's topic, we will be talking about, discussing rather, why are black men to blame? Why are we to blame for the condition of black women? It seems that every turn that we encounter black women, there's some level of accountability that they try to place upon us for their condition, meaning that we are always seemingly involved in their downfall or their setbacks or their shortcomings, their dysfunctions, whatever. But how? How is this possible? How is it possible for a group of men, specifically, out of all the groups of men in the entire world, to be at every turn of your problems as a woman? How is that possible? I speak very widely and broadly about the abilities of man. And in this, I denote that men, we are able to do many things in regards to the physical existence, as far as building and, creation, things of that nature. But when you break it down into subsections, because there are subsections of men, not every group has the same amount of power, so-called power, and this ability to manifest the physical world as he sees fit. And unfortunately, black men, we don't have a lot of power in this regard, whether it be that we are not seeking it or we are not obtaining it properly through our works. But nonetheless, we don't have the abilities as some other groups of men, and that's just how it is. But if we go back to my structure that explains power and responsibility, if we don't have a lot of power, how can we be responsible for so much? Well, that is the question that I pose here. Because there is a long list of things that the BW tries to blame black men for. But let's really think about this. Who has the power to do most of the things that they complain about in their lives? Is it us or is it them? Because let's face it, we didn't tell you to smoke weed. We didn't tell you to pick that dude that you got pregnant by, who you complain about. We didn't tell you to jump on the bandwagon of white supremacy. We didn't tell you to go down to the courts and petition for child support. We didn't tell you to then complain about not getting child support because of the type of dude that you picked. We didn't tell you to become drug addicts. We didn't tell you to become alcoholics. We didn't tell you to believe in the Disney fantasy that has been shoved down your throat many years in your earlier teens and adolescence. We didn't no one impression upon you. Yeah, we didn't buy that stuff for you. We didn't tell you to go out to these clubs and these parties and hang out with strange men. We didn't tell you to try cocaine. We didn't tell you any of that. We didn't say that we need you in weave. We didn't tell you that we need you to get that liposuction. We didn't tell you that you were not beautiful enough. We didn't tell you that you needed to get a breast augmentation done. We didn't tell you that you needed Botox in your butt. We didn't tell you not to believe in God. We didn't tell you that you should practice witchcraft in order to make your life better. We didn't tell you to disrespect your man at every turn. We didn't tell you to believe in love and hip hop. We didn't tell you to support love and hip hop. We didn't tell you to raise your sons alone and your daughters alone. We didn't tell you that the best way to make it in this world is to side with the man. We didn't tell you to be disagreeable. We didn't tell you to be argumentative. We didn't tell you to object everything without considering the facts. We didn't tell you to be the majority holder of student loan debt. We didn't tell you that you needed a degree to be somebody in this world. We didn't tell you to disrespect your man based on superficial qualities. We didn't tell you to aspire to become a baby mama. We didn't tell you to be nasty and vile. We didn't tell you to be demonic in your behavior. We didn't tell you to be solipsistic and egotistic in who you see yourself to be. We didn't tell you that vanity is your best friend. We didn't tell you to have sex with as many people as you've had sex with. We're not responsible for that. We may have some part into it, but we didn't tell you to do it. We didn't tell you to abuse your children. We didn't tell you to put them down and make sure that they become nobodies. We didn't tell you to strip fathers away from them. We didn't tell you to feed fast food to yourself and everyone in your household on a daily basis. We didn't tell you that. We didn't tell you not to learn how to cook. We didn't tell you to not learn how to maintain a house. We didn't tell you not to seek a husband. We didn't tell you not to be a wife. We didn't tell you that white womanhood is the beauty of standard. That wasn't us. We didn't tell you that. We didn't tell you to get the fake nails done. We didn't tell you any of that. We didn't tell you that you need a spa day when your internals are damaged. We didn't tell y'all that being toxic in relationships is so-called cute. We didn't tell y'all that crazy is the standard. We didn't tell y'all that being a foodie is a sought after quality that we want in a woman. We never told y'all that traveling just to sit on the beach and do nothing is what you should do with your life. We didn't tell y'all to work these corporate jobs to the point where you no longer have options for mates that are realistic. We didn't tell y'all to settle for the local bum. We never told y'all that y'all couldn't be great. Wasn't us. We would never say such a thing, that y'all couldn't be great women. We wouldn't do that. It wasn't us. We didn't tell y'all to prioritize your dysfunctions over us. We never told you that. We never told you that you should leave your children vulnerable to predators. We didn't tell you that either. We didn't tell you to harm your children, to murder them. We never told you that. We never told you to aspire to be queens of the dunghill. We told y'all, if anything, to let go of the wheel. We never told y'all to support crime. We never told y'all that. We never told you to be disingenuous and dishonorable. Wasn't us either. We never told you to not accept accountability. Nope. We never told you to put yourself in a position where the leading cause of death of Black women is heart disease from stress. We never told you to take on all these things that stress you out. We never told you to do that. We never told you to become as fat as you can become. That wasn't us. We didn't tell you to do that. Black men didn't tell you. We never told you not to take care of your health, including your mental health. We never told you not to get psychoanalyzed by a therapist so that you can get your problems checked out. We never told you not to do that. The point that I'm making here, and I'm hoping that someone is catching on to it, is that black men, we never told black women to do most of the things that they do, in which they complain about their lives being the existence of what it is. We're not responsible for these things. We never told them to do these things. I mean, when you have personal accountability, when you have personal control and authority over yourself, no one can make you do anything. No one can make you choose the lifestyle that you have. Nobody can make you be in the rut that you're in. No one can make you be in the dysfunction that you're in. No one can make you feel how the way you feel. We're not in control of your emotions, because if we are, we would definitely tell you to do something different. So this whole notion that black men are somehow the reason why these BWs are having such a horrible life, we never told you to do any of those things. So if we didn't have the authority to tell you to do all the things that I've mentioned, why is it that you are trying to hold us responsible? That's a question I've always wondered for a very long time. The only things that we tell you to do, you more than likely do not do. Those are the only things that we can be held responsible for. If we told you to do something, you did exactly what we said, and it ended in failure, then yes, we are rightfully responsible for the outcome, and we are rightfully responsible for cleaning up that mess. But why do you expect us to clean up a mess of things that we didn't tell you to do? But anyways, like, comment, and share. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Patreon. But until next time, this has been a Wolf and Beta Close. May you have a good day, and peace be with you.